Hi, my name is Alan Halls. I'm the CEO of Reminder Dental, and I wanted to take you on a quick walkthrough of the system. As we log in, we're going to see the dashboard of Reminder Dental. Let's focus first on the schedule. As we look at the schedule, you'll see all of your appointments for this week. As we look at each individual appointment, you'll see a narrow color band that represents each provider. This color matches the one in your practice management software, so you don't have to learn another color scheme. At the bottom, there's a horizontal bar that represents the patient's attendance history. As we look at Salvador's appointment, you can see that his graph only goes halfway across. That's because he's had 6 appointments and he's missed 3 of them, so he has a 50% attendance history. Colors go from green to yellow to red depending on their history. Next, we can look at Tom's appointment. He has a red dot in the top right-hand corner. That is because this particular appointment was scheduled on the previous day, which means that we won't have time to send out the normal automated 3-day reminder. Because of that, your office may want to personally reach out to that patient and confirm their appointment. Other reasons that the appointment may have a red dot include not having any contact information, such as email or a phone number. In that case, we can't send out any automated messages, so the red dot is notifying your front office that there may be manual steps for them to take to confirm those appointments. As we progress to action items, what you can see is that there's a total balance due of $570. This is the total for all patients for that day, not including any insurance claims. And so it is the total balance that the front office is responsible for collecting that day. As we look at Kimberly's account, we notice that it ties in with Danielle, who needs a prophy. Danielle is a family member of Kimberly, and we believe that any time a family member is in the office is a good time to schedule for all family members. Because of that, we will show you all family members that are overdue for any recall item. In the activities section, we will show you a list of all automated messages that have been sent out, or if you're in test mode, what would have been sent out had you been live. As we scroll to the bottom of the page, we're going to see the office details. If you have multiple offices, you can manage all of them here. Each office can have as many users as they want, with each having different permissions. That way, the office can have an administrative account as well as other user accounts. Giving each person their own login also allows for tracking of communications that are sent to patients. On the schedule page, you can see all your appointments for any given day. On the left, you can select all appointments or only certain appointments. This allows you to notify patients of changes in their appointments due to sickness, weather conditions, or simply letting the next few patients know to show up a little late for their appointment due to fitting in an emergency patient. The ASAP list is accessible from this page, but let's explore that from the Quick Fill Schedule page. On the Quick Fill Schedule page, you can search for patients that are past due for their hygiene appointments. You can focus your list to just the last 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. That tool will return a random group of 10 patients who are overdue by the amount you selected, excluding patients that have been notified recently. These can be selected, and you can send them an email or a text message letting them know of an opening in your schedule. The ASAP list is also accessible from this page. The ASAP list divides up your appointments by provider, then organizes it by duration of appointment. This allows you to quickly find the appointment that is right for your opening and notify each patient that fits your needs. The patients page is a fairly standard page, so let's move on to feedback. The feedback system works in one of 4 ways. Like any dental plan, doing nothing is always an option. However, assuming you do want positive feedback from your patients, it can be used in the following ways. First, you can visit each day and find patients you know personally and know they left happy. Select their names and request feedback. Doing it this way is the least invasive way of contacting your patients so that they don't get overloaded with communication. The next way would be to automate sending of feedback. When this is selected, the system will automatically send out the requests each night starting at 7 p.m. unless you come in and uncheck the boxes for that patient. If you have a patient that left unhappy, you can ensure they don't get an invitation to share those feelings. The last way provides a way to send all patients a survey, and then only if you are rated highly are they given the link to review publicly. If the review falls below your set star rating, they are offered a form to share that experience with your office. Which way you select is up to you and your office, so that you can find the right fit for you and your patients. The phone audio section will get its own complete tutorial, as it is a little too much for this intro, but you should know that using that section, your office can record not just the basic intro, but also every single audio clip that includes days of the week, months, hours, and so on. Doing so allows you to also record them in any language you wish if you have a diverse multilingual patient base. That brings us to the communications section. There will be a more extensive tutorial on this as well, but let's look at automated messages. Automated messages can fall into a variety of categories. All are edited the same way, but each responds to a different event, such as appointments or birthdays. Let's look at the appointment reminder section first. As we go into the appointment reminder section, we are shown three options, which are messages to send after an appointment is scheduled, messages for appointments that need to be confirmed, and last-minute reminders. You can edit existing items or create your own, remove anything you don't want. If you want to send out 2 emails and no text messages, you can. If you want to send out 3 text messages and no phone calls, you can do that too. For now, let's look at the appointment confirmation section. Right now, the default schedule is great for companies open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and there's very little to change. However, if you want to, it's nice to have that option, and it's entirely up to you. I want to emphasize again that by default, what is here is good enough for most practices, but I also want to show you what is possible. At the top, you are given the option to send this message to only patients with a certain procedure code, or patients without a certain procedure code. This would allow you to send different messages to your hygiene patients than you would to your surgical or ortho patients. Since you can create as many messages as you want, there's no limit to this flexibility. Next is the option of whether or not to update the status within your practice management system. This allows you to send out a 2-week reminder email for only hygiene appointments without updating its status to texted in your system. Just under that, we can adjust the message timing. You can add or delete additional lines if you want, but this allows you to create a schedule that would avoid sending messages on weekends or other days that the office is closed. The body of the message can be edited using a wide array of placeholders, which would allow you to have very personal communication between you and your patient. While this message that you see here may look a little plain, by default, what is here is wrapped in an outer master template that can be modified under email templates. If you're satisfied with your messages containing the same header image and layout, just leave it alone. If you want to get creative, simply clear the master template, and then you can select one of our pre-built templates, or you can design your own. Now that we've looked at all the basics of automated messaging, let's explore groups a little. While there are some default groups, let's look at creating a new detailed group. The detailed group page allows you to use a wide range of criteria to select your patients. You can mix and match them any way you want to find patients of a certain age, gender, geographic region, account balances, and more. This provides the best way to search for a group of patients, which you can then use to send emails or text messages to. This list is growing in response to customer requests. So if you don't see the filter you want, let us know. Let's next look at reports. Some of what is under reports is for diagnostic purposes only, such as the queue, which lets you see what is scheduled to go out tomorrow, activity log, which reports every action taken and why. Let's first look at the statistics page. This page gives some overall information about your practice. Since this is the demo account, not everything is populated, but it does give you the idea. At the top, the important thing to see is that you can see a breakdown of communication used with your patients. Using this, you can see which confirmation methods work best for your patients, and then tailor your communications to maximize its effectiveness. I will tell you briefly about the rest so that you can get to playing with the system. Under the Settings section, you would manage your office information and create additional users if desired. The sync connector needs to be installed on your server, and the information to do so is on that page. Social media is where you would put links for your Facebook, Google Maps, Yelp, and so on accounts, which would let you use the placeholders in your communications. The Appointment Statuses page allows you to map your practice status codes to the ones used on our website. The FAQ page will contain an ever-growing list of information that may help you if you want to optimize things or have questions about things that may already have an answer. The feature request is an important part of our system. We're constantly trying to improve and want to provide you with all the tools that your practice needs. If you think that there's something we can tell you using the appointment data we have, please let us know. Then other offices can vote on features, and the most popular ones get priority. As we build some of those features, at times it falls outside of the range of what would be considered appointment reminders. Those would usually end up under the feature playground. We have a couple of very fun tools in there that you should check out. One will let you see your patients on a map and filter them. The other will let you retrieve old reviews so you can move them to Google, Yelp, or anywhere else you desire. Lastly is support tickets. If you have any trouble at all, please feel free to contact us. We will be making additional tutorials that focus on each individual area. We look forward to working with you and hope that you have a great day.